public outrage over the shooting of Trayvon Martin is getting national and even international attention.
At the heart of the protests here in Florida and around the country, Florida Stand Your Ground law. Now, that law was passed in 2005, giving gun owners the benefit of the doubt over their attacker if they claim self-defense.
But a local attorney who's defended Stand Your Ground cases in the past says the rule doesn't apply here. Channel 4's Vic Micolucci is live. Vic, how's this law supposed to work, and why doesn't it apply in this case?
Well, Bruce, this law gives a gun owner the legal right to use deadly force if they feel that their life is threatened, regardless of where the confrontation occurs, whether it's at their house, at a bar, in a public parking lot. And it gives them the right to not have to flee the scene, which is what was the old law, where the old law used to apply. But the attorney that I spoke to say that is not the case here in 28-year-old George Zimmerman's case.
The law is fine. This is just somebody trying to stretch the set of facts to meet this law.
Defense attorney Randy Reep is familiar with Stand Your Ground cases because he's currently defending a man who he says killed another in self-defense.
In fact, my client was attempting to leave the scene, entered by somebody who didn't want him to leave, and ultimately one person died in that. There are correct applications of Stand Your Ground.
Reep says the Stand Your Ground law gives gun owners the right not to retreat when they feel their life's in danger.
It's good law. If you're walking down the street with your family, your friends, and maybe your children, and you encounter a threat, somebody mugging you with a gun, it used to be you had to exercise a duty to retreat before you could use deadly force. I have 3 children. Gather them all in my arms. It's game's over. I'm not leaving.
But in the case of Trayvon Martin, Reep believes the evidence right now shows the unarmed teenager was the one trying to get away from George Zimmerman.
Are you following him? Yeah. Okay, we don't need you to do that. Okay.
The lawyer says Zimmerman's attorneys will have a hard time proving he felt threatened and that the shooting was justified. He says the case has sparked a new dialogue about gun owners and their rights.
Trayvon Martin's death is tragic. It's shameful. There's nothing good that's going to come out of that. However, if the dialogue socially as a nation changes and we start looking at our gun laws and the amount of armed people we have running around, I think that would be a valuable lesson learned.
And the Reverend Al Sharpton is expected to hold a huge rally down in Sanford at a church starting at 7 in support of Trayvon and his family. Of course, we will have live coverage. Our own Emily Turner and Chris Parento will be down there to bring you the latest. We're live this morning. I'm Vic Micolucci, Channel 4, the local station.